welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And today, the movie I'm reviewing is called Fall. This thriller movie for adrenaline junkies is available in theaters this Friday on August 12th, 2022. The movie is rated PG-13 and is an hour and 47 minutes. The movie review mom grade I'm giving it is an A minus. I actually really got a kick out of this movie. So I'm going to explain everything in a nutshell. Then I'll point out things I liked, didn't like, tips for parents, themes worth talking about, and even some recommendations for some other films that I think you'll also really like. Okay, so first, in a nutshell, the thriller is about two best friends, Becky and Hunter, who find themselves at the top of a 2,000-foot radio tower. If you have an aversion to heights, you definitely are going to want to skip this movie because it's scary. Acrophobes beware. Hashtag life over death. The film was directed by Scott Mann as well as written by him with writing help by Jonathan Frank. All right, so let me tell you the list of things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, I was so nervous for these two idiot girls the entire time, partly because I'm a mom, but I think I would have been really nervous even if I weren't a mom. But because of the ridiculously dangerous height, the movie is super suspenseful and nerve-wracking. The movie does a really great job of giving you thrills and chills. I had never seen Grace Caroline Curry or Ginny Gardner in anything before, even though they've been in some stuff. But I thought that they did a really good job, especially considering that they were able to keep me engaged during the entire movie with just the two of them on screen. That's impressive and very hard to do. I also really liked Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the supportive dad in this movie. We don't see him a whole lot in the movie, but when he tries to offer help for his daughter who has depression by reaching out to her friend, she yells, "He had no right," which is silly because he actually has every right. He's her dad. So that kind of tells you the mindset of these ding dong girls and the choices that they make and their attitudes. But even still, I liked the movie. The cinematography is pretty amazing, beautiful and scary at the same time. It's always fascinating to watch what survivors do in various situations to stay alive and to try to get help. There are a couple of twists that might surprise viewers to keep things interesting. So overall, I was glued to the screen and really got a kick out of it. So there were a few things that I didn't like or thought could have been done better. First of all, my oldest son and his wife are big rock climbers. I really wish they would choose a safer sport like bowling or something. So you want to hear my parental advice? Well, you're going to hear it anyway. When your friends try to convince you to do something really stupid and dangerous, have the courage to say no. All right, those aren't things that I didn't like about the movie, but just comments. About the movie itself, I think that I would take my climbing shoes and my gear more seriously than what these two girls had with them. They didn't even wear gloves, which is crazy because you see them at the beginning of the movie and they're climbing this huge mountain and they seem to have all of the correct gear with them at that point. So I don't know what was going on in their little brains, that they thought they could climb that 2,000-foot tower, with just a little backpack with a drone in it, basically, and a bottle of water. You would think that they would have reconsidered their plan once they saw the old rusty tower. You'd think they would have shaken it, kind of analyzed it, evaluated the safety factor before just climbing up it. What's frustrating about this kind of movie is that the people who are involved don't often consider all of their options before they just say, wait, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that, without saying, well, hold on, we could do this or we could do that. That always drives me nuts. But that's good in a movie like this because you want to engage the audience. You want the audience to be yelling and screaming, no, don't do that, right? And so mission accomplished for this movie. There is a moment about the 1 hour, 22-minute mark where the voice of one of the girls doesn't quite sync with the audio, and just an editing issue. Other than that, I didn't notice anything else. There is quite a bit of foreshadowing that makes the movie pretty predictable if you're paying attention. All right, so let me give you some tips for parents. There is a lot of profanity, but I didn't hear any F-bombs. You see a married couple in bed, but you don't see them doing stuff. A girl sees imagined blood and real blood. She hurts her leg and it bleeds. A girl wears a super low cut shirt and a Victoria's Secret push-up bra in order to get clicks for likes on YouTube. And nope, you won't be seeing me doing that. So just saying. Young adults do very dangerous things. Specifically, these girls climb this rusty old 2,000-foot radio tower. So if you're watching this with your kids, talk to your kids about stupidity, making good choices, and having good judgment. You also see vultures eating bloodied creatures, and you see pee trickling down the tower, which made me laugh because that would have been me. You climb up the tower, it takes a while, and then you got to go to the bathroom. All right, so some of the themes that are illustrated very well in the movie are fear, of course, courage, choosing your friends wisely because they will definitely influence you, mourning and grief, depression, doing things to get attention, hope, love, trust, betrayal, friendship, jealousy, and survival of the fittest. All right. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines so I can give you kind of a taste for the movie and the dialogue. However, I didn't write down any funny lines because it's basically a serious drama. But I did write down some interesting lines. I'll share them with you. You can see the rest on my moviereviewmom.com website. So Hunter is this girl played by Jenny Gardner who just is an adrenaline junkie. She just wants to go, go, go. And so her friend says, let's slow down. We don't have to do all that stuff. And she says, I'll rest when I'm dead. She also tells her friend, if you don't confront your fears, you are always going to be afraid. And I thought, well, that's actually pretty good advice. Now, both Becky and Hunter try to quote this guy and they say it wrong, but they still say profound things. So the first time is when Hunter says, don't die if you want to live. And then Becky corrects him and she says, if you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live. And the bottom line is that life is fleeting. And in fact, Hunter says life is short, too short. So you got to use every moment. You have to do something that makes you feel alive. And that bleep, she swears. Let's spread that message far and wide. All right. So I did enjoy this movie. I hope that you do too. Before I go, let me give you a recommendation for 3 movies that involve heights that you might get a kick out of. The first one is Free Solo, based on a true story, like documentary style film of climbing these crazy mountains. Another one is called Cliffhanger. Now, it's an older one featuring Sylvester Stallone. I mean, I remember watching it years ago and, getting a kick out of it. I like Sylvester Stallone, and it was something different than he hadn't really done before, Rocky or Rambo, that kind of thing. And then another more recent one, and I say recent from 2015. Man, that seems like that was just a few years ago. That movie is called The Walk. It's also based on a true story. It's a fictional feature film, but it's really good. And if you've got vertigo, you're going to be freaked out a little bit. This guy walks across a tightrope, which is crazy. Anyway, I don't want to give any spoilers on that one, but all of those have to do with the fear of heights, climbing heights, and all that kind of stuff. Lots of adventure. Okay, have a fantastic day. Thank you as always for supporting my channel by liking, subscribing, clicking on that little bell notification, and you'll be told every time I upload a new video or trailer reaction or documentary analysis, which is every stinking day. So come on back. Thank you so much for your support. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.